What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Rustbeard. I hope you all are having a phenomenal summer so far. I know it's been a little while since I posted any videos because I've just been super busy. Been going to the beach, getting outside a little bit because the weather is finally getting nice, and of course that's what a lot of people are doing. So been taking full advantage of that. As a matter of fact, my phone case is full of sand still from the last time I went to the beach. And yeah, that's just how it is right now. I did want to come back just for a brief video to talk about the Pandaria remix. Oof. Okay, so if anybody caught any of my streams early on with the Pandaria remix, you will know that I have had a great time with Pandaria remix. I think it's been a blast. I think that it was a very good experiment, and I would really like to see them do this again with Cataclysm or Wrath of the Lich King or Legion or anything, really. I think that this is a very fun thing, and I think that the way that they implemented it was very nice. And initially it was super fun, and I think it still is. I still have been like waking up with a craving to jump back on and play it, which I can't really say the same about retail WoW lately. We still do raids and stuff on Saturdays. I know I've missed the last one. Most of the time we do raids on Saturdays, and that's really the highlight of my World of Warcraft experience lately with the modern game. And that's not a bag on World of Warcraft at all. I think it's more so I have reached the end of my desire for Dragonflight, and I think I've seen all that I want to see in Dragonflight, and I've done all the things that I want to do in Dragonflight. And I think more so it's kind of a relation to what I'm excited for with the War Within. I'm pumped for the warbands. I think that that's just going to make me want to come back so much more, because I'm going to be doing, like I've said in multiple videos before, transmog runs and probably some mount runs and stuff like that, but mainly transmog runs because of the warband system, where you can gather transmogs for any of your classes, you know, on one character and so forth, which is nice. And I will probably still run on multiple characters just to maximize my my pull, my treasure hoard, of course, of transmogs. Otherwise, I'm not super excited to play WoW at the moment. Pandaria Remix is it's a little bit of an exception. It's a weird thing because Pandaria is one of my favorite expansions, if not my favorite expansion in the game. And I have just been having a good time going through and hanging out in Pandaria again. I love Pandaria. It's one of my favorite zones in the whole game. I love to do the old quests and stuff like that. I'm still going to try to get some of the meta achievements done for the questing in each of the zones and so forth. And I'm on my third character, I want to say, leveling. And that's been fun. I still am having a good time with it, don't get me wrong. Once I hit the heroic level of doing raids and stuff with my main on Pandaria Remix, there's a giant power curve, all right? And I don't know why that is. I'm not sure what the logistics of it are. Maybe they fixed it since this has happened, I don't know. Maybe it's intended to be this way, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I noticed that when you're doing normal, it's still very easy. And that's good, that's fine. When you switch over to Heroic, however, and even with my own groups, we were struggling. Like, even doing the mechanics, we were struggling. So, I don't know, there's a very weird drop-off in power when it comes to the difference between LFR and normal compared to normal and heroic, and I don't even want to think about mythic, to be honest with you, if it's still as bad as that is, you know? So, that's not fun for me. Of course, like, I know there's gonna be a lot of people in the comments saying, well, get good, scrub, get better at the game, blah, 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 dude. No. It's a short, limited time, fun event, and the whole idea of it is to be overpowered. That's the point. The point of this whole experiment is to be overpowered. Now, obviously, I do think that it should be a little harder in Heroic, and then it should be way harder in Mythic. That makes sense to me. That's perfectly fine. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a comparison to Helldivers real quick, because this is the same thing that I was having a gripe about Helldivers with, and that is in the tiers of difficulty for Helldivers 1 through 9 for bugs, for the Terminids, it's a very gradual increase in scale, in my opinion. I think that you can go from trivial to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. It feels slightly more difficult as the difficulties go up in range. However, when you go to the automatons, the robots, for example, 1 through 4 is decent, it's good, easy, nice chill time. The second you get to 5, bend over, dude, because You're just gonna have to take it. It is rough. I mean, the level of difficulty compared to the previous ones is just night and day. I mean, 5 through 9 is ridiculous, or it was ridiculous. Again, I haven't played Helldivers in a few weeks now because my group just kind of fell off because it's just been getting frustrating. These quote-unquote updates that they've been doing to the game have just been super frustrating. It's just, I don't know why that is, you know? Because like I said, with the Terminids, gradual increase. You can go from each difficulty as you progress through your comfort zone of difficulty and so forth, and you can feel the gradual change. However, automatons, not so much. You're going to feel a drastic spike in difficulty when you hit a certain threshold, and that is frustrating. That is super frustrating. Now that's what I'm having a hard time with here in the Mists of Pandaria remix. I think that there is a drastic difference between the LFR difficulty to normal as compared to normal to heroic, and I haven't tried Mythic yet. I don't think I really want to be honest. This is just really casual thing for me, to be honest with you. But from normal to heroic, if you're still trying to progress that difficulty, you should still be able to feel a little bit of ease with the ability of being overpowered. Like, you're supposed to be overpowered in this mode. It's supposed to feel like you're speedrunning this, like you're supposed to be super beefy and just be able to wipe out mobs of shit. And if you're in a group of people that are also in the same bracket of item level as you, in theory, you should still be able to get through it fairly easy. I'm not saying that heroic should just be a breeze, okay? Obviously, it's called heroic difficulty for a reason. Same with mythic. Mythic is supposed to be a mythic difficulty. I understand that, but when I can get through a normal raid the same speed as I can a LFR raid, but the second you turn into heroic, it is like just a night and day shift in difficulty where some bosses are almost impossible. Even when you are doing the mechanics, it doesn't seem like it fits very well, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Hopefully they fix that. Hopefully we can tune that down a little bit. And especially with the item upgrade cost, dude, I don't want to spend that much bronze to upgrade my items when I'm trying to get all these cosmetics that are limited time. That's like super FOMO, you know? I don't want to, like, I want to be able to progress through Mythic and stuff and get better gear and whatnot, but I don't want to miss out on all these mounts that's going to take me forever to get the bronze for. I mean, I've got a life outside of this, okay? I don't play WoW all the time, and that's fine. And I expect that some people are going to just have an easier time of getting those than others. That's perfectly okay as well. The way that it was going when it first launched, I would have had no problem, even with the busy schedule that I have outside of this, doing stuff with my friends and family and just living my life outside of a video game with no problem. I still would have been able to log in every day, or you know, and not have to worry about skipping a day of grinding out some bronze. Now, I have found that if you are in this bracket of people that do have a lot of stuff going on outside of World of Warcraft, and you're not able to play as much, but you still want to try to grind out that bronze, one thing that I noticed is that you're just going to get a shit ton of bronze from leveling up. So the more characters that you can hit to max level, the better you are going to have just a shit ton of bronze just from something as easy as leveling up. Because the achievements that you hit for, like, I want to say it's 25, 35, 45, and something, I don't know, something like that, or maybe it's 35 and so forth. You get a big chunk of bronze, and then when you hit 70, I want to say you get a huge chunk of bronze. And if you do that multiple times on multiple characters, then you're going to have a bunch of bronze, man, and you can just go and spend each one of them accordingly. So that's pretty cool, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, to be honest with you. Even if I don't end up keeping some of these characters for the War Within, I will probably do that anyway, just to grind out the bronze, because it is super fast to level, especially after you've already gotten your first max level. Once you hit 70 on your main, you're going to be able to have all that XP boosts and stuff on your alts right off the bat. So that's what I would recommend to anybody that's trying to grind a bunch of bronze but are having a difficult time finding the time to do it. That being said, I still like the Pandaria remix. I think that the Pandaria remix is a fun thing. I honestly am still having a good time playing it, but it is just kind of a bummer to get to heroic difficulty on my main and just barely squeak by trying to do it, you know what I mean? I would understand if it was like a from heroic to mythic, maybe, but from normal to heroic, I just feel like it's a little bit too much, you know? Especially with how much it costs to upgrade your gear. And I know there was also that discrepancy with the rings and trinkets and neck piece and so forth that was like bugged out or something, or I don't remember, but there was something that was like causing jewelry to bug out your difficulty or your scaling and so forth, so you had to like delete them from your bag and so forth, and that was a whole convoluted mess. That shouldn't be a thing. I don't agree with that. And also the whole like frog farming thing, that was also dumb for them to take that out. If that's what people feel like they need to do to get their bronze, then let them do it. I mean, dude, it's what we did back in the day in Mists of Pandaria when the Timeless Isle came out. I'm pretty sure it was the Timeless coins. We were able to just farm frogs and stuff, and that's what we did. That's what we did. We farmed frogs for who knows how long, any given moment, and not the most particularly fun thing to do, of course, but you know, at the end of an expansion, you just kind of like, you're just kind of finding busy work to do anyway for the most part. If you've already done the raids, if you've already done your transmog farming and mount farming and so forth, like, you're just kind of just hanging out until the next expansion anyway, so it is what it is, but I don't think they should have taken that out. If they thought that that was going to be a problem, they probably shouldn't have, like, allowed it to happen in the first place, because they knew that people were going to do that. So that is really it. I just wanted to kind of ramble about this a little bit because, one, it's been a while since I made a video, and I figured it was probably time I put something out at least. And yeah, it's been a fun time. I hope everybody else has been having a great time, enjoying the great weather. Even on the rainy days, we've had a few rainy days, but still, it's like that summer rain, you know, it's nice and hot, so the water's not as cold and all that kind of stuff. That's what I've been up to. Look forward to a baby's first Elden Ring stream. I accidentally bought Elden Ring the other day. I was getting another game and completely forgot that it was in my cart, so I just hit checkout, just not thinking about it, and I accidentally bought Elden Ring, so I will just be doing an Elden Ring stream. I've never had any desire to play Elden Ring, I've never had any intention of playing Elden Ring, but we're gonna see where that goes, so yeah, stay tuned for that. I believe I'm gonna be doing that on Friday, so stay tuned for baby's first Elden Ring. And also, me and my buddy Toby are going to be streaming Skur Ritual here at some point or another. I have to talk to him to see what day works best for him around his work schedule, so stay tuned for that as well. We're going to be doing Skur Ritual, I'm going to be doing an Elden Ring stream, and of course on From the Crypt and On Thin Ice, my two podcasts that I have, we've got over 30 episodes each. From the Crypt is about to ramp up because Derek is between jobs at the moment, just has a ton of free time, so we're going to try to crank out some From the Crypt episodes as well, probably a few extra ones than we would normally release in a week, so stay tuned for all of that. And if you like this video, make sure you give me a giant thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.